Hello from Bougher Custom Guitars and Amplifiers in Ardmore, Oklahoma. Happy Sunday. And just a little tidbit for you guys. This happened to be my baptism day. Today I was baptized in the church here in Ardmore with Tanya and her mother watching and lots of other people watching. This is something that I have never had done before, so new to me. And I'm very thankful for that to happen. I became a Christian back in 1993 with my lifelong friend Bob Taylor in California, and I have been one ever since, but I have not ever been baptized until today. So there you go. That's the news on Facebook in case any of you didn't see that, but that's not why I'm on here. This is for guitars and amplifiers and all of that fun jazz. So I'm going to show you today. I've been working on so much stuff. I'm trying to get caught up on everything. And I took a little bit of time, on my own time on a Sunday, to work on my personal amplifier, which is well, I'll show you. This is, a lot of you have seen this thing. Some of you, Zane, have played through it. And anyway, that was played at the governor's little snake gathering that we went to, that Zane Braden played out there. He had that on stage. That is a 15 watt tube amp. And what it is, I'm going to show you guys. It's made from pieces of several different amplifiers. And the circuit is taken from several different amplifiers that I've cut and pasted all kinds of stuff. So I'm going to show you why I call this place custom amplifiers, because I not only repair them and I build them one-off for people, but I also will customize the crap out of stuff if you want me to do such a thing. This amplifier, my personal one, I've had for quite some time. I built the cabinet. I built the amplifier using parts from 3 different Fender amplifiers and using circuit designs from Vox, from Fender, of course, and some of the stuff from Fromel and a few other companies that are out there doing various things. And also I took a few tidbits from research that I did on some dumble stuff and some Mesa Boogie stuff, and I did my own amplifier out of that. So it uses a Fender Blues Junior circuit board that has about 3/4 of the Fender Blues Junior circuit board modified. And it also has, I've changed values on things, I've changed the actual circuit. And in order to make it more reliable, up until this point, it was kind of a delicate animal. And as the Blues Juniors are, if anybody that's ever had one, they're not exactly designed and built for touring. They're kind of cheaply put together, is a nice way to say it. But I am taking a book from the page from the playbook of Mesa Boogie, and I'm hand wiring flying leads to remote pots in the amp instead of having circuit board mounted pots. The circuit board mounted pots are very delicate, easy to break often. I repair a lot of them. So this is one of the mods that I will do to other people's amps. I finally decided to get around to doing it to my own amplifier. And this little sucker's 15 watts and loud enough that I can gig with Brent Salisbury and his band without doing anything more than putting a SM58 in front of the speaker if we get really loud. If we're in a smaller place, such as the VFW, I don't even need to mic it up. It's loud and it sounds really good that way. So anyways, I'm going to take the phone again and flip it around and show you guys what I'm doing to the amplifier and what it's made from, and give you a little lowdown on that. So one moment. All right, so here we are inside the amplifier. So this is a Blues Junior chassis and a Blues Junior circuit board. And most of the circuit isn't Blues Junior any longer. And what I'm doing here, if you can get in here and see, it used to have these cheap, and I mean cheap, like super chintzy, cheap little, like bottom of the barrel kind of things. That was the pots. They're very tiny, they're terrible, and they were mounted in here on the circuit board itself. So what I've done is I've taken the same pots, the same part number pots, that go into the Mesa Boogie triple rectifier and dual rectifier series amplifiers, mounted them up in here, mounted a remote selector switch for the fat switch, which used to be mounted on the circuit board, and I will also mount a remote input jack, which also was on the circuit board here. But those will be off of these flying leads, which are here, basically just off the circuit board to the pot. And it's a very, very simple thing. It's not changing the circuit in any way because I've already done that. These are all different values. These are different. All of this in here has been modified. All of this up in here has been modified. So what I essentially did was I took some different circuits and put the values together from different circuits and altered the pathways a little bit with some of these little jumpers and things like that. So the circuit's not what a Blues Junior should normally be and isn't, but it's pretty trick now. So anyway, let me flip this back around. All right, so you get a little idea with the flying leads and what I've done to the circuit. Now I could and have done hand wire that thing. Pull the circuit board out, hand wire it. Now, the reason why I haven't done that to this particular amplifier and this type of amplifier is because the original Mesa Boogies from day one used a circuit board. The circuit board was used for consistency in the build of the thing because hand wiring, you're susceptible to different people cutting wires different lengths and wrapping them in different ways, which is why all the old silver and black face fenders sounded different. You could get one that was like, wow, this is great. And you get another one exactly the same year, same series, everything, identical speaker, plug into it and go, it's not so great. Well, it's because two different people built them, and the wrappings are different, the wire lengths are different, there's different lengths on the legs of the resistors. That kind of thing matters because it has different impedance values in the circuit, so it matters to the tone of it. So that's why Mesa Boogie from the start used the circuit board. And that is why when I modified this one, the initial Blues Junior isn't a bad sounding amplifier. It's just not great. So I start with that for this particular model. It's not what I do with all my other amps, but I start with that and it's consistent, it's good, it's already on a decent circuit. And then I modify it where it needs to be modified. I change the mid-range sweep. I change the power section so that it has a lot more clarity. So when you hit it, it's not so spongy. When you get loud in a weak amp, in a 15-watt amp, you get really loud, it gets really spongy, you lose your bass response, you lose your clarity. This one doesn't do that. I change the power sections to beef it up a little bit. I also changed the matching of the gain stages, so the coupling caps and things like that. So the gain stages are more smoothly matched together. The impedance of everything is lined up. So there's little details that I've done. The input gain signal is different. Just little details like that. And then I modify the circuit path a little bit with those jumpers I showed you. So, but I start with that initial amplifier and just modify it, which is why this is Bougher Custom Guitars and Amplifiers, not Bougher Guitars and Amplifiers, because they are custom. Every guitar that I built and will build going forward is unique. I will not build two guitars exactly the same. They are all unique. They are all custom. They are all made to the user that's going to play them. These amplifiers are the same way. If I custom modify an amp for you, or I build you a custom modified amplifier, you will have the only one like that. I will tailor it to the voice that you use for your band. I'll go and hear you and spend some time with you and listen to what you're doing. And then I will tailor my customization to whatever it is that you need for your voice. So whether that means you need a 150 watt, 120 watt amp, or you need a 15 watt that sounds like an older amp with a little more bite to it, I'm going to tailor it to whatever it is that you're doing. So that's why it's custom. And there's not a lot of people doing that. There really isn't anymore. There used to be, but it started to fade out and people started to go digital, which there's nothing wrong with that. I use a digital DI system in the church because it's very convenient. I'd carry one little pedal, plug it in the church sound system, we're good. But when you have $17,000 worth of sound system to work with, you can do that. When you're a garage band or you're an up-and-coming act and you've got to deal with the equipment you can carry in your van, you can't really do that. It doesn't really come out that way. So you got to have really good sounding stuff, and that's why I do the customizing. So anyways, that's my Sunday sales pitch for you, if you would say. But I've had a very, very amazing day. I was baptized in the church. I've came out of that church today feeling like a new person. What I am a new person now, but I came out just feeling amazing. I have the most wonderful fiance that I could ever imagine in a million years. And I'm just blessed with all the church family that I've found, the Celebrate Recovery band members and members. Just the most amazing people. God has led me down here to some amazing stuff. So I'm very blessed for that. I'm very blessed for all of you that watch these videos, that come to my shop, that let me work on your equipment. Thank you so very much for all of that. I appreciate that to the bottom of my heart. And as I said, things are looking up. I'm getting back on top of the pile of equipment that I got backlogged, and I'm getting it done. So please be patient. I know you've been patient up to this point. I've had a lot of things happen, and I'm getting to it. I'm getting to the bottom of it. So I appreciate every single one of you. God bless you. Have a great week, and I will see you later on. Bye.